Hola, wizards. Welcome back. This is another emergency broadcast because there was another Theros Beyond Death spoiler today that is gross. It's insane. I think, at least for Pioneer players, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Boom. Heliod, Sun-Crowned. Not Heliod the Sun-Crowned. Heliod, Sun-Crowned. Still got his spear from before, just like olden times. It is a 2 and a white for a 5/5 indestructible. But as long as your devotion to white is less than 5, Heliod isn't a creature. Okay, so it's only going to come online later in the game. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. It's kind of neat. It's kind of like a Johnny's Pride Mate, but for whatever creature you like. So if you have a bunch of lifelink creatures, they can attack, and if they get in, Heliod's going to give them a 1/1 counter. Okay, not bad. You just have to build your deck with a bunch of lifelink creatures. Well, here's where it gets done. 1 and a white, another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Huh. So now, any creature you have can get lifelink until end of turn and get a 1/1 counter on it. This seems like it'd be pretty innocuous, right? Like it's not that big a deal. Sure, you're paying mana each time to do this, so what's the deal if one of your creatures gets 1/1 counter every turn? Who cares? Well, it's a problem in Pioneer because there is a card called Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. You pay 4, you get an extra counter. Who cares? Remove a 1/1 counter from Walking Ballista. It deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So, it becomes an infinite combo. Basically, you use this to give Walking Ballista lifelink. You remove a counter, it deals 1 damage. This lets you put 1 counter on Walking Ballista again because it gained 1 life. So then, boom, this goes back up to a 2/2. You remove a counter, ping your opponent. This puts another 1/1 counter on it. Boom, 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 boom. Infinite damage from 2 cards. Which is fine. You know, like, it wouldn't be the worst. But they just banned Felidar combo, which was Saheeli and Felidar Guardian, which was a 2-color combo. This is a 1-color combo. You can just play this like no problem. You could do a mono white deck with Walking Ballista in this. But there already is a deck that this would go perfect in. They can put it in Hardened Scales decks. Hardened Scales basically says if 1 or more 1/1 counters would be placed on a creature you control, that many plus 1 1/1 counters are placed on it instead. So if you do that, you play that turn 1. Turn 2, you play a Walking Ballista for 2 mana. Turn 3, you play Heliod. If you untap with it all on turn 4, boom. You can do this. Another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn and win infinite combo. Or you could just wait till turn 5 and play Heliod and activate on the same turn. So it is an interruptible combo. They can kill your Walking Ballista. You don't even need Hardened Scales to do this. You could just play a Walking Ballista for 4. So they can kill Walking Ballista, and that would make the combo interrupted. But you can't really exile Heliod. You'd have to exile Heliod. You can't destroy Heliod because it's indestructible. So it's a hard combo to interact with. It's 2 colors. It already goes in a very good deck in Pioneer, white-green, and they just decided they didn't want infinite combos with Felidar Guardian and Saheeli. So why would they then print an infinite combo right now? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. I think part of the problem is Wizards recently has been kind of printing these self-combo cards as if we like are really stupid or something. It says, whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature or enchantment you control. That's where the card should end. Then, basically, this card is good whenever you play lifelink, and that's about it. Or whenever you play life gain cards. But instead, I think they're like, oh no, people aren't going to figure out how to play this card. What if they don't have lifelink? I know, we'll just add a lifelink to the bottom of the card. And then you get stuff like this. And you, if you go back in the last couple sets, you'll see this a lot. One example I always think of is search for Azcanta. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Then if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform search for Azcanta. Boom! And it transforms into a card that gets you a non-creature, non-land card every turn. And it turns into a land. I don't know why. I think search for Azcanta could maybe just have said, if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform it. Boom. So it turns online when you have 7 cards, and you'd have to play cards that put things into your graveyard to make this work. Instead, search for Azcanta just works for itself. It will eventually get itself there to 7 or more. And it could have said scry instead of put into your graveyard, and then it still would have had some value, but it wouldn't be slowly comboing with itself. But that's what it seems like cards nowadays, they have to combo with themselves. You know, they can't trust you to put together a deck with multiple things. We'll just put the combo in there. So it's life gain trigger, boom, we'll put life gain on the card. Simple as that. But I don't know. I think, you know, I could play this when it comes out. It might be fun. But I think it's going to make the Hardened Scales deck just super good. Because the Hardened Scales deck is already good. They can just play 2 of these, and it's not going to hurt them at all. It's not gonna hurt them. They can just play the same Hardened Scales deck they've been playing, basically, and just throw one of these in. No problem. I don't know. This doesn't seem as bad as the red enchantment I covered yesterday, but it seems like they weren't thinking. Like, they just banned the infinite combo at 4 mana. Now they're putting a 3 mana infinite combo enabler, which I guess you need 4 mana to do if you're casting Walking Ballista, but I don't know. It seems like they maybe weren't thinking about Pioneer when they printed this, but this has been out for like 2 hours, and everyone is talking about how this is going to be an infinite combo deck. So get ready to see a lot of white-green Hardened Scales decks for a week or 2, and then when they decide to ban it, we can all just throw these back in our shoebox, I guess. I don't know. I'm still excited for Theros, but it seems like the power level is getting way out of control. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Adios. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time.